Hi guys, I'm back. So let's continue where we left. So our goal, the previous goal was actually this. For those who are new, we're actually making a repair table. So for those who are new to the channel, I'm June. I'm a solo indie game developer who's building this reverse RPG game called Wisplight. I started this solo, but then later got some new team members joining in. So currently, I'm trying to uh, build a new system um, to repair items in the game. So yeah, so that's what we're doing right now. I've been trying this live streaming system. This is still new. I don't really do this. I usually do devlogs, like give updates on what's going on with the game. But since I like previously, it was like every week I put out some devlogs, but it's too time consuming. So I later then decided to okay, let's just do this every 3 months, like do a bulk update on what's the update for the game. So yeah, so right now I then decided that okay, let's try live streaming so that people can see the progress live. Like if I'm working, I'll be narrating what I'm doing, explaining to you guys, for those who are game developers as well, on the thought process on how I make these things. So yeah, so I'm not really like I'm not a professional programmer in a way. Like I didn't study this thing. I didn't get a degree in game development or anything related. So I'm just actually a high school graduate, and I just learned things from YouTube. I also learned things from Google and ChatGPT. So this is so far what we have for the game. So it's a reverse RPG, and we'll be playing as monsters in the game. So here we have the skeleton monster type. We can actually play as different monsters as well. So yeah. Anyway, so let me check first the audio. I don't know if the audio is okay because I have a crappy mic. So yeah. Anyway, so I think the audio is okay. Let me know if it's not, so that we can adjust maybe. Okay. So yeah. So where were we? So we did make a repair table. This one. So previously we made some animations for it, but just the basic animations. So right now, let's try completing this feature, because it's already there. Like everything is working already. So for example, this one, we can already repair this. So it requires cloth and planks. So we already have planks here. On our previous session, we just made some systems like this new UI. We made this one as well, the repair cost below, which is dynamic. So it will show there the requirements needed to repair this item, but it's dynamic, so it depends on the durability of the item, which you can see there at the top. So there's a health bar there, a durability bar for the crude heater shield. So we can see here that it requires 2 planks and a cloth. So let's test that one out with the new animations. I also fixed this off screen, by the way. So yeah, so let's try. Let's click manual repair. Okay, there you go. So here we'll put animation for the chest, and then here we'll put animation as well, where the skeleton puts the item on the table and then works on it. So we'll be doing that right now. So again, we will have the skeleton go to the chest and open it. Hence, we need an animation for that, for the chest itself. Then we're gonna go, like the skeleton will go back to the crafting table and does this, or maybe do like a bless again, like a bless animation, so that the bless animation is one where he puts out his hand. so that we can put the specific item there on the table. So that's what we're gonna do. But I think before that, I think we're gonna fix this one. When we press escape, nothing happens, right? So there should be something happening here. So I think we're gonna do this first so that we can exit from this. So that it will be easier for us to what do you call this, to troubleshoot later on. Alright, so let's do that. So again, let's fix this, and then let's do the animations for the chest and for this crafting table. Okay, so if you have questions, by the way, about the game or game development or anything related to game dev, feel free to chat. I'll do my best to answer it according to my experience, because I'm not really studying game dev or anything. So I just I'm just figure things out on my own in a way. So if I can answer it, I sure will answer it. Yeah. So where were we? Okay, so let's do that. Let's fix first the escape feature, where we can exit this this loop. Okay, so let's check the older systems first, like this one, the lumberyard, the chopping block rather. Okay, so let's see, escape. So here, exit processing. So it's actually inside the update function. So exit processing is the key. So let's try that one. Let's put it here in our repair controller. So we don't have an update function here yet, I think. Yeah. Let's see, update. Yeah, there's no update function. So we're gonna do that. We're just gonna copy this for now. Okay, so there we have the update, and chopping is just like the hammering. And then we don't need this tool status. Yeah, we need this one just in case our hammer breaks. But we're just gonna remove this for now. We'll do that later on. So it's another feature where when the skeleton is like hitting here, durability actually decreases for every hit. So there are times that the tools will break, and that's the time we need to get another set of tools. So durability is actually a huge part in the economics of the game, because we'll be having minions craft items for us to keep supplying tools for them to build, to gather resources and everything. So yeah, so it's part of a huge economic loop for the game. But we'll be doing this later. Let's just focus on exiting, like this one. So what happens is, if we're chopping and there's an exit process. Oh no, let's change this. Let's not use this. Let's copy from the workbench, because the workbench is closely related to the repair station. So here, so it's much shorter also. So we'll just copy this, put it here. So we have processing, we have chopping, we have checking of tools. This is correct. Then exit processing, it's here also. Exit processing progress and end processing. And if it's not exiting the process, it should detect if you press escape. And that's the time when, and also if it's processing. So it will then exit the process and then disable the menu. So I think this is the correct one. Let's try this. Let's try that first, and then we'll go ahead and do the animation for the chests. Alright. Okay. So I don't know what time is it on your end, but right now it's 8 a.m. I actually changed my schedule right now. Previously, I usually work at dawn, like around. I start working around 10 p.m. and I stop working when I send my kid to school. So I shifted our schedule. Um, so it's currently 8 a.m. here, and I'll be fetching my kid from school around 3 p.m. So I still have a lot of time to develop the game during the day. So I'm doing this full time now to make the development faster as well. So yeah, so let's see. So continue. All right. So we'll be testing the exiting of the process. So that's the goal for now. Okay. So let's get this shield. Okay, so the problem with this shield is it's not a crude shield, so therefore it has iron, right? It has iron, so we don't want that. Let's change this first. Let's drop all these things, and then let's change this into a crude heater shield. So crude there. Then let's put it here. So now it's crude, and also we're gonna change its durability because we can't repair this. It has max a lot of durability. So let's change that there. So that's correct now. And then let's pick up these planks. Is it working? Oh no. So let's put it here. There's actually no slot for that. Okay, there you go. So we have now the planks, and then we can repair. So let's test the animation and then the escape feature. That's the goal for now. So let's click manual repair. Okay, so there you go. So there. Let's press escape. Alright, so it did work. Okay, let's try again and see what happens. But here, what happened here, we're gonna fix this as well. As you can see, it's already repaired, right? This is 50. So it's supposed to be, if we're gonna press escape, it should not repair it immediately. So let's fix this first and then proceed with the animations. Okay, so this is actually how I do things. Like what you see on the devlogs, like they are already finished products, right? So actually, the process in making a game is like there's a lot of going back and forth and testing. Like you don't really like. There's a plan for what you're trying to do, like what we're doing right now, but there is also a lot of back and forth. Just there are a lot of things you don't really see yet, and you can only see it once you're there. So you know what I mean. So yeah. So okay, let's do that. Let's fix that system first, where it immediately repairs it. So here we have this is the part where it repairs it. This one and then this one. So we're gonna separate this. We're gonna move this somewhere. Let's remove this. Yeah, let's remove this. Okay, this brick. Let's also add this one. Okay. And then let's put it somewhere else. Private void. Let's call it repair item, or let's call it item durability. Okay. But this has a lot of things. Like there are we need to have some stuff added here. So let's check first what are those things needed. So here, so items, so it's looking for required types. So required types, this one, so it's here, this one, right? Required types. Okay, so the process here actually is like this. So I'll give you the idea. So what happens is once we're hammering, right, we're hammering the table, there's this what we call a repair area. So this is a target where we hammer, and then if the hammer hits this this prop, this area, this box here, this will deduct health, and then this one it will tell us which sequence we're gonna call from this station here, the repair area station. So if it's 1, it will start sequence 2. So this should be what we're gonna do. Like if it goes to 0, it should tell repair that we need to repair item durability. So let's just do that for now. Public, so start sequence 2, right? Okay, then it will call this. Okay, so this is the correct one, and then it will repair the item. So that's how it works. Okay, but the problem here is we don't have this required types, because it's actually here, right? It's here. So what we need to do is we'll just make this like public, like not inside here, but we'll put it outside so that we can let's see first if there's cost here as well. So there's types and costs, so we're just gonna make both of them. Let's put this outside basically. Yeah, let's try. Let's put it here for now. Okay, then there's already a start sequence too. Okay, let's fix that quickly. Where's this one? Let's remove it. Okay, so I think this should work. Okay, let's say item. So wait. Two 292. Repair area controller, this one. So it also needs the item, so we need to check the item as well. Okay, so let's just save the item as well. So start repair process, there should be item here, item, this one. So let's save this item also here outside. There. And then we don't need this. Okay. 297. So this is not in the loop, so we don't need this. It's outside the loop. Alright, so I think it's working. Let's test. Oh wait, is it? Yes, it is. Okay, let's test it. So again, what will happen is, let's go back to the code. So we'll be testing a lot of stuff here. So let's test the part where the skeleton is hammering, and then it should deduct some what do you call this, like health from that that thing that it's hammering. Then if it goes to 0, it should tell the event to call sequence number 2, which is this, which is repair item durability, and that's the time when the item should repair, right? So we'll be testing a lot of things here. We'll be testing the escape feature as well. So let's try hammering, and then we press escape and see if the heater shield has been repaired or not, because we want it not to be repaired yet while it's hammering. We only want it repaired if it's done hammering. So that's the idea. Okay, so let's try that one. Also, yeah, we're gonna polish some stuff as well. Like, there are a lot of parts of this this sequence that doesn't make sense yet, like the picking of items, the opening of the, what do you call this, the chests. So we will fix that one as well. Okay, let's make this bigger. Let's also change this, because this is a, like, it has iron, right? And this repair bench doesn't support yet iron ingots. We don't have iron ingots in the game yet, so that's why we can't repair that. So, but we will be adding iron ingots in the future as an item, but not as a craftable item yet. Yeah. Let's see, durability. Let's change this to crude. Then let's change this to 10 durability. Okay, then let's put it here. Now we have a shield, and we also lack planks. So let's find planks first. So for now, let's just put planks in our workbench for now. So here, planks. Let's put planks there. Okay, so this is the workbench. Let's see. There are the planks. Let's take a lot of planks, because this one requires lots of planks to repair, like maybe 6 planks, I think. Okay, let's put it here. Okay, so we can then now repair, right? So let's see. So let's click manual repair. Okay, so there you go. Now it's hammering. Okay, let's try to press escape. Okay, and then see if the heater shield has been repaired or not. So it's correct. So it didn't repair, right? Also, did it take any resources? So the planks are 5, 3, and 5. So you can see here 5, 3, 5. So let's try that again and see if it does deduct the resources, even if it's not finished yet. Okay, let's see. So it's still 5, 3, 5. So it did work. Now let's check. Let's check this crafting target that we did. It also did deduct the health, as you can see here. Can you see that? So let's now try to put this to 0 by hitting it more, and we can also check it by like checking this here from the inspector if it does deduct. So let's try. So we can see there the health, right? 116. So it's deducting. Okay, so it's correct. Okay, so it did work, but it loops, right? So it goes back to the start. So we need to tell the system now to stop repairing if it's repaired, or to proceed to the next one, because this is already repaired here. So the script is already correct. The script did its job. So we just need to put an end to the skeleton hammering, and then for it to proceed to the next sequence. So does that make sense? So yeah, so let's do that. So let's try and trace the system now. So what happened is this is what happens. So we started the sequence, and then we're also checking if the player has a hammer. If not, it will tell us you lack the right tools for the task. And it's also checking for the repair slots. So there are multiple repair slots, right? So it will check the repair slots. So this what we call start repair process or start sequence. So once it checks for the items, it will go one by one, and if it is repairable, like there's damage, it will then check for the requirements necessary. So it will check it, and if it does not have the requirement, it will tell us that okay, not enough materials to repair this. So it does it something like that. And then it will then move the player to the specific locations to pick up the item. So we're gonna put here some new stuff as well. Specifically this part, let's say. Let's put here one more thing. So it goes back to the repair station, and then it rotates to the crafting target, and then before it does its hammering, let's do one more bless first, like it's an action that represents you're putting an item there. And then maybe here we'll put here an item. So put an item here. So let's just put that there for now as a guide. There, and then it will then start the chopping process. Let's just put some delay as well. We'll just adjust that later on. Okay, so next, so this is okay. So this is correct already. The next thing we need to do is so it then starts hammering, right? And then this one will tell us if the health is 0. It will tell us that okay, start sequence 2, meaning the item has been repaired already. So it will start this one, sequence 2, right? So the next step here is what happens next. So what will happen next is we need to go back to this one, start sequence. Like we're trying to repeat the sequence again, right? So that it will check for this one, slots that needs repair. Okay, let's just do that first. Where was it? Sequence 2. Here, sequence 2. So here, and then here. So this is the last part. So it repairs, and then we will then again do the start sequence. Basically. Okay, so yeah, this is correct now. So what will happen is it will just loop. So it will go back here to start sequence, and then it will then again stop all coroutines. It will check for the hammer and everything else. It will then check if the item is repaired or not. Later, we will then make a system that detects if all items are repaired, then we will end the process. Right, so let's do that. Let's check if it proceeds to the next item. Okay. We need to refactor this, by the way, because there will be problems here later on that I saw. related to when checking for the resources. So yeah, we'll be refactoring this, because what happens here if what if the item doesn't have a resource for that? So it breaks, like it ends the process right here. So it should not end the process here if it sees just one item not having a resource. So it only ends the process if it already checked all the items and there's no resources for that item as well, like for all items involved. So that's actually what we're gonna change later on. Because right now what happens is if let's say this one, so let's say this item is broken, this one is broken as well, this one is broken, and so on. Like everything is broken, right? Or low durability. Let's say this one has a resource, so it does repair that one, and this one doesn't have the complete resource, so it will just end the cycle. It will not move on to the next one. So what we want is just okay, repair this one and then check this one if it has resources. If not, then proceed to the next. Then if not, again, then proceed to the next. If it has resources, repair it. If not, proceed to the next until everything is done. Then that's the time you will tell the player that you lack resources for some specific items, like the hatchet and this one. So that's what we want. Okay, let's do it again. Let's take this one. Okay, we no longer have resources. Okay, there you go. Okay, here. Let's put it here. Then let's do the repair. Okay, so we have the bless, and it does the bless again, and then hammering. Okay, that is correct now. Okay, so it did repair. Item repaired to max durability, but what happened is supposed to be, we're not gonna, yeah, we forgot something here. We don't want the player to what do you call this, to do the hammering. We want it to stop hammering first so that it can move, because right now we can't really move because it's hammering, right? So let's fix that one first. So it's chopping here, it's chopping, so we want it to stop chopping here. So let's do that. Hammering false, attack false, log chop false. Yeah, let's put everything to false here. I think that's how we're gonna do it. Let's check the others as well. So what happens here? Start sequence. Okay. So sequence 2, product processing. So stop whole process. Start and process. Okay, let's just check it for now if this works. Okay. So again, the goal is we need to check if the item can then move on to the next item to repair. So that's the goal for now. Okay, crude heater shield. Equip. Let's put it here. Okay, then let's press manual repair. So it takes the item from the box, put it there, and does the hammering. So this is correct now. Then we will see if it moves back and the sequence and then moves to the next one. Oh, okay, so it did do that, but then what happens next? So nothing happens. So it did stop. So it did do this this area here, but it didn't start the sequence again. So let's check why. So processing true, main hand. Okay, it should start the repair process, but it didn't, cause why? What's the reason? Because there's no item to repair. That's actually the reason why. Just it's already repaired here, right? So that's basically the reason why it didn't. Yeah, that's the reason why. So I think it's working now. Let's try with multiple items and see what happens. Let's get an item here first. This one, hatchet. Okay, but this needs. Let's just go with hammer. Let's repair a hammer because it only requires planks. This one. Brutal crude hammer. This one with no, not that one. Let's just go with this for now, and then let's modify some stuff. Wait, let's get this first and modify the durability so that we can test. Oh no, we no longer have cloth. Let's modify these things first manually. Let's see, inventory here. So inventory, we have the crude hammer should have lesser durability, so let's say 5. Heater shield should have lesser durability as well. Wait. Okay, let's drop things first. We need to put this here. And then heater shield should be 10. Okay, so we have this is correct. This is correct. And then cloth. We should have many cloth instead of just one. So let's say 20. So the maximum cloth. Now let's pick up these planks here. Okay, so wait, we didn't pick up the planks? Yeah, we didn't. Okay, so we only have this. Okay, I think this will suffice. Let's test it now using 2 items to repair and see if it works. So with this thing, so we have 1 plank and 6 planks here, so there's 7. And we have 3 claws, so this should be enough to repair 2 items. Then let's see this. So we have 79 durability for the hammer. I think that will suffice as well. I think it can repair. If not, let's just take 1 here just to be sure. Let's see. Like here, 100. Yeah, let's just get the 100 hammer. There is also a heavy hammer, meaning it has more stability damage. Therefore, it repairs faster than the usual. Okay, let's start repair. Okay, so correct. Oh, what happened? Oh no. So this is wrong, right? Why is it doing something like that? So let's do that again and see where the problem is. So click, goes there, picks it up, brings it back, puts it down, but it didn't hammer. So for some reason it didn't hammer. So let's go back to the code. So there's for each here. So what happens is, I see now. We should break the loop. So since it has 2, it did this, then it did this, and then it looped back here. So we should break it here. Yeah, let's try. Let's break. So what happens? So let's say we loop and it has no resource, it break, and then it proceeds, breaks. But if it continues successfully, then it breaks. Wait, is this correct? Or it returns. We should return it here. No, we should break. This should be break. No, it should. Yeah, it should be break, I think. Let's just try it for now. Okay, let's get this. So, okay, so the durability seems to be okay. We also have the necessary resources. Let's put it here, let's put it here, then manual repair. Takes the item, puts the item on the table. Hammer, supposed to be. Okay, that's correct. It's correct now. because we put break there to break the loop. Then when that ends, it should repair the shield, right? Oh, yeah, it's correct. So then it goes there, then puts the hammer. So this is now the hammer, and starts repairing. And if it's done, it should do nothing. Okay, so it did work. So let's see if it's correct. So hammer is fixed. Heater shield is fixed. So both are fixed now. So our system worked. Okay. Let's put this back. What's going on here? There's something wrong with this sword here. Let's fix that later. Okay, but for now, this did work. So our repair system is now working, finally. But we need to think of different scenarios. So what if we're gonna close, like exit midway, like while we're repairing? For example, let me see. Say we're repairing this, and then midway we exit. So what will happen if there is a repaired item and there's a non-repaired item, and then we hit manual repair? We don't know what will happen yet. So let's try that one and see what will happen. Okay, let's for the hammer, drop the durability to 10. For the shield, drop to 10 as well. And then we need planks. So we don't really have planks for now. So let's put planks. Let's put planks here and get planks. Okay, let's get more. Alright, so we have planks, and let's try that scenario. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna repair this first, then after that we're gonna repair this halfway and then exit it and see what will happen. Let's also memorize this. There's 5, 3, and 5. So this should deduct 6 first, so this should be 2 and then 5. So midway there should be 2 and 5 here for the planks before crude hammer is repaired. So let's try that repair. Okay, so it gets an item, puts it back to the table, hammers it. Okay, we also need to make a delay here as well before it moves to the next one. Like if it's done, it should have a delay. Okay, there. So there should be a delay there. Now let's do halfway. So let's exit it here. Okay, let's exit. Then let's see what happens. So this one is repaired. This one is not repaired. So it's correct. So the system is correct. This one, is it correct? I think this is wrong. Because we have 5, 3, and 5. 5, 3, and 5. Why did it deduct 5, 5, 1, 11? So that's one weird bug that we need to figure out. But for now, this worked. So this one also is a weird bug here. Okay, what if we face here? What will happen? Oh, there's nothing wrong if it's here. Has something to do with the sword nearby. Yeah, I think we can fix that by deactivating this one. This one. So we need to deactivate this like that. manual crafting. Like if we press this, it should be manual crafting. Okay, anyway, so let's proceed and repair this and see if it bypasses this and then repairs this successfully. So it gets the item, puts the item on the table, then repairs it. Okay, so it's correct. Okay, so it's done. It's done. So it's repaired. What? Wait, why is it? It's removing a lot of items for some reason. So let's figure that one out as well. I think it has something to do with this one, the repair cost. We need to clear the repair cost. Just we already made it here. Like repair cost is this already in this list. So here it's add, right? It's add. So this is actually the reason why it deducted a lot. So we should clear these resources every time we start the loop. Yeah, this is this is wrong. So let's clear. Let's put a clear here first. Let's do that. So it should not be adding. So we should be clearing this here. That's the first goal. Let's put it here down. Yeah, here. So we put clear. So this is the reason why for even though we just needed 6 planks for the crude shield, this is the reason why it deducted a lot. Just it's just adding to the list of the resource type and the cost. So that's basically the reason. So what we want is for every item in the slot, we'll clear first the requirements and the cost, so that when we move on to the next one, it will just refresh it. It will refresh, and then we'll add the new set of requirements required. So yeah, so that should fix that bug. So let's test again. Okay, so I don't know if you hear that noise in the background. Yeah, someone is doing some construction, the neighbors. So hope it doesn't sound too loud. Okay. So we're almost done with this feature. We just need the chest animation. We also need a system to put items on the table, like there. You want the item to be there in the table itself. Okay, let's get the shield. Shield. Let's see if the shield has a lot of. The damage seems to be okay. Let's just throw this shield for now. Oh, let's just keep it. And then this one, it's damaged, so that's good. Okay, so let's try. Let's get planks first. warehouse planks. Okay. Okay, we all have so 5, 5, and 2. So let's remember that 5, 5, 2. So we have here 2 planks and a cloth, and then let's put here a crude. Now let's put no, we don't need to put this. Let's repair this first and then check if it deducts the correct amount. Oh, there's a duplicate here. We do have some issues with duplicates. Okay, let's fix that in the future. But for now, let's just go with this. So let's repair 2 planks. So this should be like 2 deduction here, and then another one for the next. But we were gonna do a break halfway. Okay, so it gets the shield. It's putting it there, then repairs the shield. Okay, takes it. Now let's pause here first, escape, and check. So this is repaired. This is not repaired. It's correct, and then it also is correct here. So let's see if it clears the requirement. So it should only deduct 1 from this. So let's try. Okay, hammering. Okay, it's done. Okay, so it deduct 1. That's correct. Okay, so everything seems to be correct. Okay, this one as well seems to be correct. So it does nothing because and we're stuck. So it does nothing because there's nothing to repair, right? Okay, so everything seems to work fine now. Let's just proceed with other stuff, like what if there's nothing to repair in a way, or if the sequence ends. So let's think about that. And also, what if there's no resource available for that specific item? So we also need to check that type of scenario. So there's a lot of things to think about, like different scenarios that will possibly happen in the game. So we need to think about those things as well when creating features. So yeah. So the next thing we're gonna do is let's make a new scenario. What if? I know. Let's fix first the end part. Like, if there is nothing, like if there's no resources needed to complete this. So basically, if we ended up here, right? Because usually it does break, like if the item is already max, so it just continue, right? So it doesn't basically proceeds. It doesn't proceed to the next to the next lines of code. It just goes back here and then loops continuously, right? And if there are instances like this, it breaks, then proceeds to the next. So that's how it works. So we need something here that if there's nothing, no item to do, it will end. So we need to make an end here, basically. So let's just put end processing here, like that. Okay, so next, we're gonna fix as well the part where like it stops hammering and then proceeds to the next. So because that felt weird in a way. So let's just put here like maybe a second delay, right? Let's put here a second delay before it walks, like the skeleton walks to the next item. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so let's do one full cycle of repairing, and then next we're gonna test features like this part here. So what happens here is if it doesn't have any resources, it ends the process immediately. So we don't want this. We just want it to break, and then only tell us if the materials are not there. If or maybe we can just remove this entirely and just make it like break, so that it will just continue to the next one. Maybe that will do as well. Or maybe let's just put something here like a like a notification, or no, a marker, maybe like a bool that there's an item that doesn't have the necessary resource, and then we'll just put it here at the end part and tells like do an alert at the end part. Yeah, maybe that's one way to do it. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Okay, so let's see. We have the shield. No. I think we'll just go. Wait. Don't really need a lot of planks to test this. So I think we'll just go with 2 hammers. Alright, so let's just do 2 hammer. And let's reduce this other hammer. Let's remove the coating, and then durability is 10. Okay. So here we have 2 hammers. Okay, be right back, guys. 1 minute. Okay. Alright, so where were we? So let's repair these 2 all throughout and see what will happen. So let's put here the items. Let's also put it here. Let's put them apart and see what happens. We haven't tested that as well. So it should deduct 2 from here. So let's click manual repair. So we also fixed the part where it instantly moves, right? Like with the delay. Okay, what happened? Let's see. So what happened there? So manual repair. Hammers. Then it exits. So yeah, it's clearly a bug. So So it exits for some reason. Hello, Jasper. So it exits here. So it should not exit. I see. I see. Because after break, it proceeds here. So this should be not break, but continue. Or rather, we don't do anything. But if we don't do anything, it loops back. Okay. Okay, let's think. So it says here okay, let's just remove this for now and think of a way. Start repair process, then so this is correct. Then sequence 2, this is the repair. It goes back to sequence 1. Okay, so okay, I think the way to do this is okay, let me think. So it chops and then it breaks. Okay. So okay, so let's do it like this. So if durability, so it should count. So we should have let's just make it public for now. Public. No, private is okay. Int like a counter. Repaired count. Okay. Wait. Repaired count. No, this is wrong. Don't want this. Let's test it first and see. I think we need to put some debug as well. No, let's just test it. So while waiting, let's review other systems that we made. Processing. So it's here. Start sequence. So there's no order. Okay. Okay. So we have two hammers. Let's test first if this works with just this one. So let's we have one plank and one plank here. We have a lot of planks. So let's manual repair. So it goes there. It's the item and then hammers it there. If it's done, it proceeds to the next one. So there's still the bug with where it twists if it's done. So let's extend the delay for that. Okay, so it did work. So first let's extend this part here. Why did we remove it, by the way? Yeah, it's like this. Okay, let's test it again. Wait, ending. How should we end this? So what we want is, after everything is done, everything is finished, we want to open the inventory again. That's the ideal way. Like, if everything has been processed correctly, we will just open it. But we need to find the best way to identify if all the items has been repaired. But there are also items that I think we're gonna mark them as processed, maybe. And then if it's processed, that's the time. Yeah, let's try that one. So we're gonna put a counter of processed items. So if the durability is like it has no damage, so it's already processed. Then if it has no resources, it's already processed as well. So I think we're gonna do it like that, and then we're gonna make a condition like if the processed item counter is equal to the count of what's in the slot, then it should end and open this once again. So basically, if it's done hammering, it ends and then reopens this with all the items fully restored. So that's the ideal way to do this. Okay, so we now have a general idea on how to do it. So let's try it. So here's hammering. So we can also exit this repairing system anytime, because it doesn't really remove resources yet unless it's already like, oh, it still has that issue where it looks away. Okay, let's put some delay, like a bit more delay to that. Okay, so once this stops, it does nothing. There. So here, during this part, we should open the repair table again, like that, after it's done hammering, and then we should see something like this. Okay, so let's fix some few stuff first. So what happened is, I see, this is not supposed to be here, it should be here. False, and then here. So here should be the delay, not here. I see. Okay. So this is actually the part. This one. Let's just put the delay here. Okay. Okay, next. Let's put the counter while we're at it. Let's call it processed items. Int. So meaning once it goes through the loop, let's put here first. Let's reset it every time we call this start repair process, and then it will recheck here. So if it is already repaired, so this is the line here, so let's just put it like that. And then another condition is if it has no resources, like this one, not enough resources, should also add process, like that. And then we should also put another thing here, just an indicator, another one, no requirements items. Let's just call it like that. No rec items. So it's processed here. Where was that? Here. And also no rec items is added as well. Right? Let's also reset it here. So everything it loops, it checks. And then we're gonna get this and then put it here. So if So we need to check the count of this. So this is a slot, and the slot should check slots container repair slot. So slot will check the current item. Item. So what if there's no item? So let's say if there's no here, current item is null, so it will not return anything. So we should also know how many items are there, right? So we will put it here. So we will make another counter. Total items. Because we can't we don't have a list of the items. We just have to rely on the loops. So we'll just put it here. Let's just put it here. Total items. And then we'll reset it every time before we start the loop. Okay. Okay. So if process item is equal to total item, that's the time. Total items, that's the time we will end the process. And like that. Then we also need to put a condition here if no require items is greater than 0. So that means there are items that doesn't have requirements. That's the time we're gonna do this. So instead of telling the system that, hey, there's no item by the time you're repairing that item and stopping it immediately, we just end the process here. So we don't need this. It's redundant already. Okay, I think this should work. Let's try. So this is a pretty simple feature, right? But there are a lot of scenarios that you need to think about. So it's a simple repair system, but you need to think about a lot of stuff as well. Okay, so what else did we miss? Let's think. Okay, so let's put these items here. We have the requirements ready. Then let's start repair. It's the item, puts the item, hammers the item. And we should fix the instant twisting of the skeleton after hammering. it's working fine now. Is it done? Happened. It didn't repair this one. Why? What? What's going on? This is wrong. Inside a loop. Total items, process items is this. What? It instantly ended it for some reason. So it loops and it does the sequence. It loops again to the next one. So it starts the sequence again and then does it twice. So it should continue first before this. Okay, let's try putting this here inside the loop. Okay, let's try it first. Still check all the time here. Yeah, this will still, I think this will still, but there's a break here. So this, I don't know if this works. Processed items should not be here. Now let's try. I think this will not work. Nah, this will not work. I'm sure. Yeah, let's think of another way. It's already correct. This one is not correct. Hmm. Okay. Let's test. Okay. Let's test it. Something wrong with this. That's still a bug that I haven't fixed. Okay, let's test. It should move back to the chest after this. Okay, gets another one and place it there and hammers it. So we have 4 hammers that needs repairing. Let's stop midway and check if the items has been repaired. Okay, so we'll be checking midway after this. Now let's see how many hammers are repaired. So let's see first. So repaired, repaired, not repaired, not repaired. We also have resources available, so seems to be correct as of the moment. Let's see what happens if we proceed. Okay, now for the last one. So this should stop after. Oh, we broke our hammer. Damn it. So this is a broken hammer. So the last one is not repaired because our hammer broke. So we don't have the feature yet to like automatically pick up hammers here. So we will be making that one after this. So let's just exchange it for now. Okay, the last one, let's try. Is that done? Oh yeah, it's done. So just one more hit. So everything seems to be okay. Like everything seems to be working fine now. Okay, let's proceed with the next issue that we want. We want so that if there's an item that we don't have requirements of, it will just only repair those we have. So we're gonna do that right now. So let's degrade the hammers first. So this one should have 10 and 10. Okay. So we have, let's say we have 10. Okay, that's right. Where's the other one? Crude hammer, this one. Okay, let's change the durability to 10 as well. So we have 10 and 10. Okay, then let's get an item that we don't have the resource. Wait, there's a hatchet here. Sharp crude hatchet. Okay. This one. Let's get this one. Okay, then let's break this hatchet. Let's remove coating and put smaller durability. Okay, so next let's try. So the goal is to repair the two hammers. Let's put the sharp crude hatchet in the middle. So meaning, wait, there's cloth. So let's just remove the cloth for now. So basically we can only just repair the hammers because we don't have cloth, right? So let's try. So right now we're repairing the hammer. So after we finish this system, we're gonna put visual indicators there that there's supposed to be a hammer there in the table, like we're hammering a hammer, or it depends on the item that we're trying to repair. Then we also need to animate the chest there. So we'll animate it opening. Okay, so this works. So this should do an alert that there's an item with no requirement or repair cost requirement. Did it work? Yes, it does work. So it did work. Okay. So everything seems to work now. Let's see what else we need to do. We'll do the opening of this chest first. That seems to be easier for now. Then we'll make the part where we can see visually here the item that we're trying to repair. Okay, let's see. So it's working now. Okay, let's do the animation for the chest first. So so in the code we will just call it here. So here, this part. So face the chest. So after facing the chest, so there's a 2-second pause here. Let's face the chest, then maybe just make it 1 second, and we'll put here the animation. Chest opening. so we already have the chest here, but it's a position. So let's just call it chest.gameObject dot get component dot animator. So animator. Wait, wrong. Wait. So let's just do this for now, and then let's animator. Set bool open true. Okay. Okay, so that's it. Then we now have the code we then need to make the animation. So let's add animator. And let's make a new controller. Let's go to the doors first. Door, small. Let's just organize things first. Here. I think we have something here before. Wait. Now let's just use this. Yeah, let's just duplicate this for now. So then let's call this chest. Here. We can call it chest. And then, so this is the chest. You have open and non-open. So it's basically the same with the door. So it's just technically like a door. Okay, let's organize our screen first. Okay. Then we will then create animations. So let's click this, and then let's open our animation window. This. So basically this is wrong. Wait, this is door small, this is wrong. Let's change this to chest. Okay. So now that's chest. Since it's the chest one, you just need to change these things. So let's open this one first. So say it's under the door, like the door item. So we don't want that. Let's create new animation first. Create new animation. Here. Let's call it chest open. There. And let's put it here. Chest open. And let's open this. Chest open. Here. Now we can add property. Let's put the lid. Transform. Then rotation. Right. Okay, now, so there's a timeline here. That. So we want this to rotate like that. Okay, let's put it to the end. Rotate like that. Okay, I think that's enough. Yeah, I think that's enough. Oh, let's put it a bit more. Like, let's just put it to 45 degrees. Okay, I think that should do. Okay, so if you play this, okay, so that should be open, right? So chest open. And then for closed, so it's just the opposite of this. So let's make closed. So technically it's chest open, but the other way around. So let's change the name to chest close. Then I'm gonna drag this here. And then we're gonna modify the animation for chest close. So technically we just reverse this, right? So this is chest open, then wait, where is chest closed? It's still chest open here. So let's chest close, this one. Here. So it's we just need to reverse this. So technically it'll just move this here, then move this here, then maybe from variation, let's change the speed. Like this is very quick, right? Like this. And let's ease it a bit like this. We can change it anyway in here. Okay, so now that we have that, we can then use animators here if we want to call this open and closing, right? So we can just tell it to open and close here. So what we have here is open. So chest anim is open. True. Then after 2 seconds, it will again tell chest anim to close here. Yeah, maybe here. Yes, we can just close it here. False. Okay, let's try. Hopefully this will work. Also, we need to make a system where if we're interacting, this is the only time we set this active, because we don't want this to be active all the time. We just want it to be active when we need it, in a way. Okay, let's just I think it's the best we're gonna save this. Let's just save this. start. Let's just organize this well first. Now that we have this, so the goal is just to have animators active if we're let's see if we need it. So that's the point here. So processing maybe. If we're end processing, that's the time we're gonna turn off the animator for the chest. So let's just try that one. So chest anim dot, so that's the animator enabled. Yeah, so it's should be enabled. Enabled true. I think that's how it goes. I'm not sure. So that means the only time this animator will be enabled is when we're interacting with the processing of items. So we don't want to enable the animator, because animators, even though it's not doing anything, it will take a lot of, what do you call this, processing in a way. So end processing, start end processing, yeah, we can put it here, just enabled false. There. So by default this should be false, and then once you interact with it, that's the only time it will go active if you're trying to interact with repairing items. So let's test. Okay, let's test it. So right now animator is turned off, as you can see there. So let's test. Let's say we put this hammer here. Let's put 2 hammers. Then manual repair. So animator is active. See, so it's open. So it worked. The animator is still active there. Just we're doing something in the table. We don't want it to turn it off. We will turn it off later if we don't really need it. So open again. Okay, so it's off now. So it's working. Let's try again. But there's a bit of lag. I noticed that there's a bit of lag once we activate the animator. Let's try it again. Let's see. Let's put here 2. Okay, so there's no more lag. Okay, so open, it should open. There. So the slight lag, it only happens when the first time a specific animator or any game object or any component actually loads in the game. So that's how it works. Okay, let's say we're gonna put it like this. So not enough materials, so this is correct. Alright, so we're done with the simple animation. We're done with the animations for the hammering itself. The next thing we're gonna do is to put visuals here. Like we should show on the table the items that are what do you call this, that are being repaired, right? So we need to do that. So that's the next step on our polishing list. Yeah, so and after that I think there's nothing else to make. Oh no, there's still one, like if the item or the tool breaks, so we should continue repairing by picking up a new item. So that's another feature we'd like to make. So I think it's already fixed. That feature is already fixed here. Let's test it here on the workbench first. So that we'll just copy that feature in case that feature is here already. So let's try. Let's craft a crude hammer using our currently broken hammer. So let's click manual crafting. So it should break the current hammer that we have. There, it broke. Oh, it still continued working. So this feature is actually not yet in this workshop. So we're gonna make this. See, so it's still not there, but it's actually working in this the other features like this one, the lumberyard, and I think we're just gonna use this instead. Okay, let's test it. We have here a very low durability hatchet. Let's try putting some logs here. Log, hash log, let's say 5. And then let's restart the lumberyard. So here we have logs now. See, we have logs. So we can then create planks. So let's try making planks. And this should break our tool, and the skeleton should just get new tools. So there. So any minute now this will break. There, it breaks. Then the skeleton goes like drop the item and takes the item from the shelves and continue chopping. So this is the feature we need to make. So it will continuously build stuff as long as there's tools around. There. And at the same time, as long as there's storage available. So there you go. So I think we ran out of storage. That's why it didn't. Oh no, we just ordered 2, so that's the reason why. So yeah, so so that's the next thing we need to do is to create this tool system. We're gonna build that one here first, I think. Here, because basically they're just the same. Like they're just repairing. Like here, you're just repairing, and then here you're crafting things. So technically the same. So I think we're gonna fix it here first. Here. And then once it's done, we'll just copy it here in our repair table. Yeah, so let's go ahead and fix this thing. So it's here. Wait, let's check first the lumber yard. Just this feature is already fixed. This one. So it's actually called check tool status. So let's see if it's here. It's actually here, but I don't know why it's not working. Hammer, pick up tool. So here. Drop broken tool. Wait, let's see if there are errors. There's actually no error. Okay. So check tool status if it's not hammer or if durability. So pick up tool and continue processing. So we need to troubleshoot this one first, why it's not working. Let's test. Okay, let's try again. Let's try another hammer. It's 2 planks. So it broke, but it didn't do anything. Okay. So right now it's chopping. So this is called chopping. It's not chopping here. That's why. See? So this should be chopping. And processing. So maybe this is the issue. So it didn't enter this part here. So we need to troubleshoot this one. let's fix this one first. So let's put this processing, because the only way to find out if the tool is broken is here. So it's just processing and chopping. So we've learned that chopping is not working well. So let's make this one private, public, and see which part is creating the error. So these two should be true. Processing and chopping, so that we can check tool status. Then under tool status, hammer is okay, main hand. Picking tools, so is picking tool, we should also make this public so that we can see. Picking tool, so pick up tool, so this one, so this is the part where it picks up the tool. So yeah, so let's try. So we have 3 booleans we need to check. It should be the workbench, this one. So we have processing, we have chopping and picking tools. So let's test that one. I think that's the reason why it's not picking up tools if the tool is broken. Okay, for those who just arrived, we're actually polishing the repair system, like finding bugs, and also encountered bugs from other features as well, and I'm trying to correct them right now. Okay, we have a broken item here. Let's add planks. Let's just get planks for now. And let's craft a hammer. 2 hammers. And also, let's check. Wait, pause. Let's check the this one, crafting area. So processing is true, chopping is true. So okay, there's no problem actually. It broke, but it kept on chopping. So this is the problem. So it didn't enter here. For some reason it didn't enter here. And let's see why. Still hammering, right? So let's check why is this happening. So technically the 2 booleans, these 2 are working. So the problem is here. Check status tools. So let's check this first, main hand. So player stats main hand. here, player stats, main hand, here. So main hand is hammer. So it's supposed to be correct. Hammer, right? Main hand durability. So player stats, main hand durability. Player stats. Where is it? Main hand. Here. Main hand durability is -12. So this is true. Picking tool is false. So that was true as well. Start curtain pick up tool. So picking tool. So it didn't enter this part for some reason. Let's check why. Let's check console. Rotation. No. It's icon. No, not icon. Item icons. Storage? That's not the storage. Need space. It's not this one as well. Bench crafting, processing true, chopping true, but main hand is not hammer. Ah, I see. Should be hammer, not hammer. This is false. That's why it's not working. Why? Why is it like that? What? I don't understand why I wrote it this way. Tool status. Let's try. For some reason it worked with this. Supposed to be this is wrong. So let's just test it without that condition. It's weird. So these are the things that we always ask, like only 2 questions, like why it didn't work and then why it worked. So I always wonder sometimes, like, why did that work? It's supposed to not work that way. So yeah. I see. I understand now the problem. That line is actually not needed. So let's test again. There, it broke. Dropped the hammer, picked up items, and continued working. This is the correct one. So for some reason, I just placed there a random line, unnecessary line. Okay, it worked. Why is that flying? Okay, so let's fix the wrong lines from the other scripts as well. We actually don't need this line. Also, the other one for the stone, for the mining system as well. This one. Check tool. Okay, so now this works. Next is we're gonna copy it. I'm just gonna copy this this system. It's called the check tool status. Let's revert first what we did with the workbench. We have this one. Let's make this private. Chopping. Chopping is public, I think. Processing is private. Wait, is chopping public? Public, yes. So we're just gonna copy that and add it here. So we actually have the check tool status here, but we don't have the function yet. So let's just copy the function from the workbench, because they're basically the same. They're essentially the same. Then we have this, the coroutine. So there. And tool storage. I think the tool storage is already there. I'm not sure. Drop broken tool. We also need this one. Drop broken tool here. I really need to make a public function for this, so that I don't need to replicate stuff. But for now, I'll clean this one up later in the future. Then lastly, we have continue processing. This one. Okay. I think this is good to go now. Rotate, move target tool, pause, okay. Tool pause. Okay. Let's check tool pause. We have tool pause here. Tool storage doesn't exist. Tool storage. Tool storage. This one. Okay, I think we're complete. Things are complete now. Let's check other stuff. Yeah, I think it's complete. Now we're just gonna add wait, it's here. Oh no, this is the stone cutter. Here, this one. This one. So we need tool storage. This one. Here. Table pause, storage pause. This is wrong. Table position, crafting target. We'll just use crafting target as the target for for this one, the rotation. I mean, yeah, let's do that. So we have check tool status, and then pick up tool, rotate to. We'll just rotate to the. Need to move. Rotate to crafting target. We don't need to move. We don't need to move forward, just we're already there. Actually, we don't need to do anything, in fact. Just drop it, and then we do bliss. And then continue processing. Yeah, this is correct. We don't need to move, because we're just there. This one as well. Let's just fix this one first. So we don't actually need to move forward. We don't need to rotate, because we're already there, technically. Okay. Okay, let's test first the workbench before we proceed. I think everything is set. Wait. This one, repair area. Yeah, I think it's tool storage. Okay, it's good to go. Let's try. Okay, hopefully this works, so we can proceed with the last feature we're gonna add, and it should complete everything if we're done with the last one. The last one are just visualizations. There's a system for that already, but we need to refine that system. And no, not refine, but we need to grab that system from the workbench, and then we'll just slap it in the repair table. Okay, so you have your broken hammer. Let's check this one first, the table, the workbench, and test this first. Let's see if we can get a new hammer. There, it broke. Drop, get, then okay, so it's working fine now. So this is good. It worked. There's a new hammer, and you'll place it here. Okay, so it worked fine. Let's throw this because it has a lot of durability. And let's use a damage hammer. Where is it? This one? 10. Okay. Let's use this, and then let's try repairing stuff here. We don't have things to repair though. How about this? Yeah, we can repair this. There, can repair that. We also don't have planks, so let's get planks. There's no planks here. Why is there no planks here? Workbench. There. Planks. Plank storage. Take planks. Okay. Now let's repair this and see if this breaks and see what will happen. Wait, let's review first. Repair table, repair area. You have the tool storage. Okay, so it seems to be okay. Okay, let's start repairing. And this breaks, and then it should get another. Wait, what? Oh, we need cloth. I forgot. Okay, let's get cloth. Let's put cloth first. There. And then refresh. And then get the cloth. So we now have cloth. Then let's repair this. So 10 hits, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it should break. Oh. There. Then it should get hammer. Okay, good. Continue. Why didn't it continue? It didn't continue. Why? It's still broken and it didn't continue. So that's the bug. So it did pick up a tool, but it didn't continue processing. So it should continue processing. So let's not do item processing, but instead start repair. Yeah, I think we need to go back here. We just need to go back to start sequence. This is a simple this is just a simple feature. It's not as complex as the workbench or something. We're just repairing stuff. Okay. I think this should, yeah, this will fix the problem. So we'll just return back here, up here. Start sequence. And it will just redo this whole process. Hopefully. Okay. what are we repairing? So we have here, so this is an error that we had. I didn't fix it because it's helpful when when we're trying to do these tests. So I just utilize it for now before fixing it. So we have this. We just need a broken hammer. This one. Okay, let's do it. Let's repair. There's something wrong with our. So it should break. Then we'll just proceed. So change. Proceed. Why are you going there? It's getting again. I see. It did work, but not as intended. Since it started by getting an item. Okay. Okay, let's leave that for now. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna put an item prop here first. So let's say we're putting here a hammer, so we'll just turn this on and then put a hammer there, a literal hammer, and we will tell the system that if crafted item is on, if this is on, we don't need to go back there to the chest because crafted item is already here. It's on. Yeah, so I think that's the easiest way to do it. Let's just do that first without putting stuff. So crafted item, we don't have it here yet. Yes, we don't have it here. So we'll just put that one. So let's just put something like this, and then crafted item. So, and this is a game object. Wait, do we have this already? Game object slab. Oh, we already have this here. But we don't need the rest though. This one. So we have this already. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this on every time we're starting the repair process, like on the first hammering, basically. So let's see. Let's think first. So it goes here. So the first is it goes to the storage, then face chest, enemy chest, then picking, then go back to repair station, and then here move bless true. So this is the part where it places the item. Bless true. So this is the part where here, this part here. So we will place here activate crafted item. So for now it's just a placeholder, but we'll be filling that one with an item, like a visual item of the item itself. So crafted item set active true, and then after that once it's done, so what happens once it's done, hammering is done as well, then we'll do another bless, meaning you're trying to pick up the item, right? So we'll do this again. Wait, so it's actually here because we're hammering here, and after it's done we'll be picking it up, so it should be here. So picking it up will be here, but this is a core, should be a core routine. so we can put delays if it's not a coroutine. Okay, so let's make this a coroutine. Let's make this coroutine first. Okay, so let's just copy this. And then make this into a coroutine here. Wait. Let's just copy this first. And then let's call this start repair item durability. And then yeah, that's about it. And then let's just put here a start coroutine. Yeah, I do copy because I don't like, I'm bad with spelling. I don't know if I'm dyslexic or something, but I can't really write that down for some reason. So I'll just copy this and that. Wait, is this correct? Yes, this is correct. Just remove this. Okay, there you go. So now that we have this, we can then put these delays. So we will bless here, meaning the hand of the skeleton will like move forward. Let's put some delays. Okay, and then this part where bless is false, that means that the crafted item should be false as well, meaning it's done, right? Then false. Okay, so that's correct now. Then wait. It's not supposed to be here, but after it's done chopping, there, that should be it. Then 1 second after, it does this and starts the next sequence. So this is correct. Okay. Sorry. Let's fix the part where it moves back to the storage even though crafted item is present. So it's here. So go to storage. So we don't need to go to storage. It's already there, right? So anim, rotate back to repair. Repair position. So this one, go back to repair. So we'll just put here a condition if crafted item is active self, and this should be the opposite, like if it's not active. I think we'll just set that chest into false all the time, just in case. Okay, so what happens is if it's not active, it will go and get the item. If not, meaning the item is there, so we'll just go directly to the position and then just continue making it. And for now, I think we're gonna make a temporary item here, maybe, so that we can see it visually, because this one doesn't have an item yet. Let's just get one. Let's just get a hammer, maybe. So let's see, interactables. No, not that one. This one. So hammer, crude hammer model. Okay, let's just get a hammer and place it here. Let's activate this first and see. Oh, oops. Where is it? There. So this is our crafted item. So we'll be hammering this temporarily. So let's turn this off first for now, and let's test it. Hopefully this works. So how do we test that though? Ah, yeah. So we're testing the broken hammer, where it stops and then it just continues making it. So that part. Okay. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so let's we have here all our tools are. Let's break our tools first. Let's go to our tools. Here. Let's break some hammers. Then. Okay. And what are we trying to repair? Let's also break another hammer. Let's just repair a hammer. Okay. Let's put it here. And then let's use this broken hammer. Okay, let's test. So we have the requirements. Let's click manual repair, and it should show something here if we're repairing it. Let's wait. Okay, let's just put 2 just in case. Okay, manual repair, go. Oh, what's going on? So it's doing nothing. Wait, I see. So we haven't assigned this yet. Repair area controller. Here. This one. Wait. I have this one. We didn't assign, that's why. Okay, let's exit. Let's assign first the crafted item, the one that we're trying to turn on and off. So let's assign that one. Oh no, this is no longer working. Okay. The player is stuck because it's thinking that it's yeah, well, you need to restart. It's thinking that we're still in the menu, in that crafting menu. So let's restart that one, and then let's assign first, so, to prevent that error from happening. This error. Let's assign it first. Okay, so here's our repair area. We forgot to assign this, that's why there's an error. So let's assign it here. So technically this one will activate like this if there's an item, and deactivate like this if there's none. So let's try. So time check, it's already 11 a.m. here. I shifted my schedule. What time is it? Like, where do you guys live in the world? Like, what time is it right now at your place? let's test. Okay, let's make the screen bigger. It's a bit small. I think like this. Okay, we have here some broken items. Okay, this will suffice. Let's just put it here, and let's use this, and then let's manual repair. Okay. Okay. There you go. There's the hammer. So this will break there. Then we will get the new tool. Then we'll hammer it again. Okay, so we didn't go to the chest now because it knew that the item is there. So if this finishes, it should disappear. There you go. So it did work. Yay. So we did made it work. So the next step is we need to, but wait, there's something wrong with this chest though. Let's fix this one first. Because for some reason when it starts, see see that, for some reason it when we restart the animator for this, it starts as an open state. There. So let's fix this one first. Okay, why is it starting as an open state? It's supposed to be closed. Ah, I see. Because closed state. It should start as a closed state. That's the reason. Okay. Okay, let's just leave that for now. It's just a very minor issue, and it only happens once every time we activate its animator. Or maybe wait, let's think. We need to trigger the animator first. No. If we start as an open state though, it's also wrong. It's actually the same with my doors. Like every door that spawns, it opens. It is open at first. Anyway, let's just fix that later on. Let's just proceed for now with the things here in the table. So it's actually the same with what we have here. Let's try it. Okay, so we have here cloth and planks, but we don't have stone slabs. So let's just create a heater shield or a round shield. No, let's do heater shield. This one. So it just needs planks and cloth. I think we have those things. So we have planks, right, and we have cloth. So we can make this. So let's click manual crafting. Wait, what happened? Why not? Ah, I see. So we're actually not putting it here. We're putting it in the workbench. So this I forgot. So here. So let's press A to put it in the cloth storage. And then let's blank storage as well. So we should put, I think we should put something like not enough resources in the workbench storages, maybe, just to tell the player what's going on. So when you click manual crafting, it does this, then does that, and it will show there the item that we're making. So we're gonna replicate that. There. So there's the item. So what we want is that system. We're gonna grab that from the old system, and then we're just gonna slap it here in our the crafted item part. So let's look for that in our scripts. So here it's called crafted item as well. Here. So here. So this is the one that we need. So there's an object pool for skins. So we're gonna get that, and then so it will spawn, and then so there's also an adjuster for it ready. Then product is okay, so product is the crafted item. So crafted item is equal to product. So it's redundant here. So we'll just copy this, then just place it here. So where's the part that it checks or it sets active? So if not active, so this one, set active, where is it? Let's just find it. Set active true here. So here we'll just gonna put it here, this part here. So we're gonna get this object pool, spawned object, and then so we also gonna need to make this wait, let me think, because we should make it null as well later on. Okay, it's just a precaution. So this is not null all the time. So the spawn object should be placed inside the parent, and then put everything to 0, and then check if we will adjust it or not. Just okay. Then set active true. So it's the same here. Set active true. But we don't need to put it as a product because it's just for visuals. So I think this is good to go. Well, we just need the objects pool, so which we don't have here. Yeah, so let's just assign that objects pool. This is a very old system that I made, like object pooling, to save resources. So I have a list of objects in the world that I can grab anytime. So that's how object pooling works. Okay, so we're trying to get this one order, so but we don't have this order actually. That's another problem. So we need to figure out how to name our order here. I mean the item, because we don't have it here. We don't have any data. Actually, we have this one. Slot item is a data. This one. slot current item. So slot item is our data. Item is our data. So therefore we can just use item, because item, slot item, they're the same. So item is basically what we want. So item dot quality and item dot item name. Okay, let's just double check just to make sure. What's it called? Because we want this. We want to know the quality of the item and the item name. But we need to check if item or slot item slot item is an inventory item. Here, inventory item. Let's check inventory item first. So inventory item, we have item name and quality, so this is correct. Okay, so I think it's correct now. Let's try. So we have here crafted item, so this is correct, everything is correct here. And we have the item quality and item name, so all seems to be correct. We just need to assign object spool. Okay. So let's try this one, object spool. We don't have it, so we assign it. So there we have it. And then let's test. Oh wait, let's remove this model first. Because we're trying to spawn it, right? Like here. Wait, let's see. After this, what will happen? So that's the next thing we need to think about. So if this is created, there should be some deletion later on, like this here. See? Object pool, return object to pool. So this happens when we like pick it up, when we pick up the item. So we'll add it here as well, because what happens if we don't return it to the pool? So it will just keep on stacking. So let's say the first to repair is a shield, and then the next one is a hammer, so the hammer will just be on top of it. So we also want it to return, but spawned object, I know, I have an idea. So transform that child, I think that's the best way to do this, because we're trying to remove it here. Crafted item set active false here. Okay, so let's just put it here. Return to pool, crafted item, the child of the crafted item. Okay, let me just check something first. I'm just trying to do some research. Hold on. Just to be sure. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure how to return this. But it's the child, so it should be like this. So crafted item transform the first child. So I think this is correct now. Okay, let's test it. Wisplight 367. What? This should be game object. Yeah, so that's what I thought. Okay. Alright, let's test it, and I think this is, oh wait, we still have this. This will create an error. There should be no model there, because we're trying to target the first child. So if we're spawning something here, it will just return this to the pool, which will create an error, because technically it's not part of the pool yet, because we didn't spawn it, so it's there by default. So we'll just delete it. We'll just simply delete this and have crafted item be pulled. Okay, let's test. Hopefully this works, because I'm a bit hungry already. It's lunchtime. It's 11:20 a.m. So let's see. Hopefully everything will work fine, because this is actually the last part of the polishing for this feature. So once it's done, we'll just test it and see what we can add. Maybe you guys have some suggestions on what to add to the feature. I want to have it play tested as well with people to see if it's intuitive, or what stuff are missing in our repair system. So far, everything seems to be intuitive enough. That's in my perspective, but I do have bias in, like, all developers have that. Like, we're biased in our creations. We know how to make it work because we made it. So it's best to have everything play tested with people who, like, a lot of people, just to make sure. Okay, so let's test. So let's repair. Let's use this hammer, and let's repair this shield. Okay. Okay, so let's repair the shield. Let's put it here, and then let's use this hammer. What else shall we repair? Let's test this one first, just one for now. Repair. Okay, so it picks up an item from the chest. Puts it there. There, yes. It's the item, the correct item. Yeah, so I think we're good to go now. We have the item there. It's displaying correctly. Oh, then the item broke. Then we get another tool, and again. Okay, so we don't need a bless. We just need to hammer right away. So that's the error. And we just need to move the bless part. Okay. Okay, then we picked it up. And supposed to be, we're gonna return it here. Yeah, so that's the last part of, see, so we repaired it. And we also have a new hammer, and we threw the old hammer. And so far everything seems to be working fine. So yeah, so what else do we need? I think the things that we need maybe are the fixes that we need. Small issues with the timing of things. Maybe the last part, like we need to put the item back to the storage. That's the last part. Yeah. Yes, so I think the repair system is all good now. The next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna polish this a bit more, just a bit more, and then later I think I'm gonna do live stream for the um, entire resource mechanic for Wisplight. Like everything. Oh, maybe we can segment it into parts. Or I don't know. We'll see, and we'll try to find bugs. We'll try to test out some stuff like these rocks here. We'll gather wood. We'll chop wood and everything. We'll mine these rocks. So basically, we'll test everything so far on our next live stream. And also, we're gonna try crafting. So we will try crafting like the tools that we need. So we have hammer, hatchet, and a pick. So we can craft these items, and we can also try repairing. So basically, everything we did so far for the workbenches, we're gonna test all of them in the next session. So yeah, and also I think I'm gonna fix some of these things as well. Like supposed to be these icons should not appear if we're opening. See, so it's annoying. So when we're opening like workbenches like this, these things should not be here. Same with here the repair station. So I think I'll be just fixing this offline, not live, as there's a lot of tracing to do when it comes to these things, because I need to check like a lot of code to find those issues. See, so it's actually not here before, but for some reason I don't know where this happened, but it's here. Yeah, so this is Francis, by the way. And we also have a prisoner here. Anyway, I think that's it for now. Thank you for staying and watching. And on the next live session, we'll just test everything we built so far. So yeah, so wishlist Wisplight on Steam, by the way, if you haven't. It will really help us with our marketing soon in the future. Alright, time to go and eat some lunch. Bye guys, till next time.